Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about the film The Rage of Paris, which is an American film produced in 1938, starring Douglas Fairbanks Jr. among others. The film talks about a French girl. She was in serious financial difficulties. Therefore, she was trying to find a job. Then she went into an agency, she lied about her qualifications, and she got to steal the address from the desk of one of the employees, and it was supposedly the address of a painter who was hiring women to paint themselves nude. So it would be a nice job. At first she didn't want to do this kind of job, but when she realized it was a good payment, she accepted that. Then she arrived at the office and she started to undress herself in the place where her nude picture would be painted. Unfortunately to her, she got the wrong address. And the businessman who was in the office, he was no painter, no photographer, and of course he was very puzzled to see a woman undressing in his office. The girl realized her mistake and ran away from the place. When she arrived back home, she was talked by her landlady, and she said that the girl was very late with the payment of her rents and that she would be kicked out. But fortunately to her, she had a friend who helped her and sheltered her. It was an older woman. This older woman suggested to her that she should find a rich husband because she was a beautiful girl and she shouldn't struggle with money so much. This older friend of the girl, she was friends with the waiter of a luxury hotel. So they talked to this guy who was the waiter in the hotel. He had no vacancy and no indication of job to the girl. However, his friend, the older woman, she convinced him to lend her some money so they could prepare the girl by buying her beautiful clothes and this kind of thing, so she could have finally a rich husband. And when she finds the rich husband, she would reward both her friend and the waiter. Okay, so at first she targeted a guy who was a heir of a huge fortune, and he was the owner of Health of Canada, and surprisingly they got along very well. The French girl, got to convince him that she came from a rich family too, and the plan was being a success. However, a friend of this heir, he appeared, and his friend happened to be the businessman who owned the office where the girl undressed some weeks before. Of course that the friend of the guy, when he saw the girl, he recognized her immediately. It was a character played by actor Douglas Fairbanks Jr. And when he recognized the girl, he immediately realized that she was lying all along. Then he tried to push her to tell the truth to his friend. At first it seemed she would tell the truth, but then she didn't. Then the friend tried to tell the truth to his friend that the girl was a liar, but his friend didn't believe that because they had already lied to each other to steal each other's girlfriends. So he tried to blackmail the girl to have dinner with him, and then she confessed that she was owing $3,000 to her friends, and his butler overheard that. Then the friend went to a party of his friend, took his butler with him as a witness that the girl was indeed a liar. But when he arrived to the party, the girl was already there. She arrived first, And then his friend didn't believe a word of what he said. And the guy, the hair, who owned Health of Canada, even punched his friend on the face. So it was a chaos at the party. So the friend went to his car. The French girl followed him to check if he was hurt and to say that she would finally confess everything to his friend. He didn't believe her, and he took this as an opportunity to kidnap the girl. So he took the girl to his country house, which was located in an isolated place. And then the girl couldn't run away, she couldn't scream because nobody would hear her, and then she had to spend the night in the countryside home of the friend of her boyfriend. And then the caretaker of the house thought that the girl was the wife of the guy, but she wasn't. And then she confessed to him that she was dating the rich guy who owned Health of Canada, but that she actually had fell in love with him. And then, of course, he mocked her and he said, "Oh, great, when did you find out that I'm richer than my friend?" So, saying to her that she was a gold digger. And she felt very hurt, and she decided that she no longer needed to deal with this humiliation, and she hitchhiked home on the following day. When she arrived home, we could see that the friend, the hair, who was the girl's boyfriend, he finally believed his friend and realized that the girl was a liar. So when his friend arrived, he thanked his friend for trying to open his eyes, and he said he no longer wanted to marry the girl. Then his friend, the character of Douglas Fairbanks, who also realized that he fell in love with the girl, he asked his friend, "Are you sure you no longer want to marry her?" Then his friend said yes. In the meantime, the girl took all her belongings and decided to return to her country, to France. Then she went to a ship. She was living in the United States, and when she arrived in the ship, she was told by an employee that someone wanted to talk to her and that she would have to be in a different room. And she said, "But I didn't do anything wrong, for heaven's sake, I didn't do anything, I'm just traveling," and all that. Then the employee said that he was only following orders and that she should talk to the person who gave the order. And when she was in the new room, it appeared to her the friend of her former boyfriend, the character of Douglas Fairbanks Jr. Then she said that she apologized to him. She said that she was leaving his friend alone, that he didn't need to worry about anything. And then he proposed marriage to her. She was puzzled because she had no idea that he also had feelings for her. And then they got married in the ship right afterwards. It is a typical comedy of the era. It's romantic. There's always a happy ending, even though if it's necessary a weird plot twist, and love always happens. And it's a beautiful comedy. Those types of films, they are extremely relaxing to see. They are nice, they are beautiful, they are usually short, so they go straight to the point. There's humor, and it's a very interesting gem. It's not a very known film, and the other actors, apart from Fairbanks, they didn't become very known, but it's a very, very interesting film, very well produced by a major Hollywood studio, which is Universal Studios. And I'm sure you're going to love this romance. That's all for now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you!